Hello, hello, day 7. Welcome to day 7 of the Elevate 7-Day Challenge. Whew, what a ride, huh? Today is the final day. I want you to keep this in mind. Even though this is officially our final day of the 7-Day Challenge, this work that you have done. Nobody can do this work for you. I cannot care about your life more than you do. This work continues to go. Even if you stop today and you still have a whole day, remember the 7-Day Challenge, is a smaller sample of the 50-Day Challenge. Imagine if you did this work, if you have been following every day and habit stacking the 7 pillars of this work. You are absolutely feeling better today. You are absolutely having better internal dialogues, experiences out in the world. Your physical body is feeling better. Imagine if you did this for 50 days. Remember, there are 7 pillars. There's 7 simple habits that we stack every day. So how are you doing? For those of you that are live, feel free to type into the chat. Otherwise, for those of you that are watching the recording or just waking up, congratulations. Congratulations. I'll tell you, this type of work isn't easy. You will get out of it proportionally what you put into it. Reap what you sow. And today's topic is just so beautiful. It's manifestation. It's creation. Let me tell you something. You are manifesting all the time. No, I'm not. Yeah, you are. The whole challenge, the 6 days leading up to today, is preparing you to be a greater, more powerful manifester, not in a controlling way, in a way that you now are more conscious of what you're creating. Many of us go through life unconsciously creating, and we're not always creating what we desire. So let's start there. What do you want? What is it that you want? Think of one small or large desire that is on your head or on your heart. Let me ask you this. Where did that desire come from? Have you noticed everybody has different desires? It's not like we were all downloaded the same desire. You have a unique desire. Where did that desire come from? Did you think it comes from you? What if it came from God? The divine intelligence put that desire in your head, on your heart, so that you would experience a certain aspect of life. Interesting concept to think that that dream or desire didn't really come from you. It came from a grander intelligence. And that's where we start to nurture and build faith and trust. So let's go back. Today is day 7. To get us to become more conscious creators, co-creators, I like to say, because you are co-creating with the field, the God, with source, creator. You are co-creating. Now you get to be more conscious of it because we've spent 6 days leading up to now, or if you're in the 50-day program, it would be 6 weeks. And this is perfect because now you can manifest and co-create from a more grounded state. Have you ever made decisions in a bad mood? Not so good, right? So the whole idea of this work is to get us into a position where we are co-creating from a more grounded state. Now, resources for you. This is something that I offer in the 50-day, not only just the workbook, but also the program. We have a digital program that goes with the 50-day. These are 3 of the resources that I absolutely love around manifestation. Maybe some of you are like, okay, first of all, East, where are you? Because I've seen you against the purple wall in your office. This is my meditation chair. Do you need a meditation chair to manifest? No. This is where I sit and meditate. I do my work. I walk my talk when it comes to this program. I am steep into the Elevate program. I am entering my week 4 of doing this Elevate program for the 6th time. And I can tell you from myself, doing this work, putting myself in a 50-day container for transformation, growth, consciousness expansion, is like nothing I've ever experienced. I've done psychedelics. This is a healthy version of psychedelics. You have the same epiphanies, you have the same aha moments without the psychedelics, without any drugs. I have done the Monroe Institute. I've done 4 programs. I've done the Gateway. I've done the HemiSync, and definitely put your mind into altered states where you get to experience different facets of life. You get to see the unseen. This program does the same thing without you having to go do a retreat, spend thousands of dollars, and sit for a week. You can do this within your life. It's completely doable. And so in the program, and I'll just share with you now, my 3 very powerful resources for manifestation, because that's why you're here, right? Like, you just get to the manifestation already. Be patient, my friends. Now, we're always co-creating. Sometimes these things happen quickly. And sometimes if you're asking for something rather large, it may take some time for the elements in this universe to rearrange themselves. And then you may come up against what feels like a setback. It's not a setback, it's a setup. You are being groomed, nurtured, and shifted so that you are a person that can hold and be a good steward for the dream or desire. That's all. So delay is not denial. Delay is preparation. So if you have a big dream on your heart or in your mind, it wouldn't be there. If you can hold it in your mind or hold it in your heart, you will hold it in your hand. You have to hold on to it, though. You have to consistently hold on to it and allow the universe to organize all of the things for you to be prepared and trained. So it'll look like a setback. It's not. It's a setup, and then eventually have. Be, do, have. Okay, the resources. Think and Grow Rich. You're like, yeah, been there, East, done that. Okay. Neville Goddard. Yep, been there, got it. Okay, Neville Goddard is a great resource for manifestation. Have you ever heard of this one? The Master Key System? There you go. I believe that these were all kind of created from the same information coming down and powerful. All right. I could spend a whole YouTube just talking about these 3 books. Maybe I will. I want to talk about you and what you are creating. Yeah, you are creating something right now. Another book I don't have at the ready, but is something for you to consider, is Gary Zukav's Seat of the Soul. East, why are you bringing that up? I'll tell you. Oftentimes, and this is where we're going to bring week 1 into week 7, or day 1 awareness into day 7. Becoming aware if you have conflicting desires. If you have conflicting desires, you will sit in a stagnation. You won't actually see any manifestation because you have conflicting desires. And Gary Zukav talks about that in Seat of the Soul. I want to get pregnant, but I don't want to gain any weight, East. All right, the universe is waiting for your commands to co-create with it. And you're like, well, you're kind of putting me in a sticky spot, because if you want to get pregnant, you're probably going to have to gain some weight. So as you are manifesting more consciously now, check in with yourself and see if you are neutralizing your command or your request out to God, the universe, by having conflicting goals. The fastest way to manifest what you want is being really clear what you want. Specific. East, I want more money. Here's $1. Here's $1. Are you happy? No. I want more like $1 million. Oh, you didn't say that, did you? So we get to be more conscious about it and more clear. And you know what gets you that clarity? What you see right here, sitting, clearing away the distraction and the noise and the projection from the world, society, your loved ones. And being with yourself and saying, what do I really want? What would it look like? As you visualize something, your visualization is part of the co-creation process. So in your meditation, in your prayer, you're starting to visualize the thing that you want. And that, your visualization, connects with the divine. And together you start to reorganize 3D matter to come down and materialize into your life. Don't believe me? You're already doing it. And whether you're doing it consciously or not, let me give you a story. And as I tell you this story, see yourself in the story. You can start to look back and say, yeah, I did. I manifested that. I manifested that. Now you're more conscious. The one thing that you'll see in all of these stories is you didn't know the how. And that's where we get to focus on what we want, hold that dream and desire in our heads, in our hearts, because eventually we're going to hold it in our hands. And we do not focus on the how. Focusing on, well, how's that going to happen? How's that tethers you to limiting beliefs and keeps you out of the co-creation process and keeps you from moving forward, because you start to think, well, that's impossible and this and that. And then you start to negate and stop yourself, neutralize yourself. Years ago, I learned how to surf. That was always a dream or desire on my heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to learn how to surf one day, but I'm 27 years old and all my friends already know how to surf and none of them want to take me out and teach me. Well, I was in Chinese medical school and one of my patients at the time said, let's do a trade. You treat my low back and I will teach you how to surf. Fabulous. So there you go, manifested, learning how to surf. So I'm out there learning how to surf, and part of the trade was I was given an old beat up surfboard and I learned how to surf this thing. It was a 9-foot beautiful surfboard, but it was beat up. It was old. It was free. It was a trade, right? So I was surfing this board and I loved the board. I loved surfing. As I got better, I started to surf with my contemporaries. So now people my age and I would go out surfing. And one of my friends just got back from Hawaii and he had this beautiful surfboard. Now, let me back up one step and say that a dream and desire that was on my heart and head was a brand new surfboard. But I was still in school for Chinese medicine and I had this much money to invest in a brand new surfboard. But I thought, oh, I would just love to have a new surfboard, but they're expensive. At the time, they were $600, $700, $800. And so I said, I'm just going to love this board, which I did. So I would go out surfing. So now I'm surfing with my friend who just got back from Hawaii with his brand new surfboard. It was absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. And what was very unique about it is it was the exact surfboard that I had cut out of a magazine, I don't know, a few months prior and put on my vision board. I had, like, I call them manifestation maps. And I had cut it out of a magazine and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the exact board that I cut out of a magazine. That's so crazy. So we're surfing and he's having a hard time surfing this board. And he said, your board looks so fun. Can we swap boards just while we're surfing? I want to try your board. You seem to like get up so easily. Yours is lighter than mine. This one's so heavy. I said, sure. So we switched boards and I was just like, oh, I wish I didn't surf on this board because now I can't go back. This board is so amazing. We finished surfing, we're walking out, and he looks at me, he goes, you know, this might sound crazy, but I really just don't love that board. I don't love the new board I got from Hawaii. Do you want to just trade? I love your board, East. Your board, I can move it. And I'm thinking to myself, has he seen the board? It's cracked, it's got duct tape. And this guy, he had plenty of money. To him, the surfboard was nothing. I said, yeah, let's do it. Now, this story represents a few things. Some of us in that situation would have said, no, I couldn't possibly receive that. Too good to be true. Or there's a catch. And then we would block that abundance from us because no, let me give you money, or no, it's not a fair exchange. Get out of the how and step into receiving mode. You're asking for things. Part of the manifestation process is receiving. You're most likely blocking the things that you're asking for. So, but now you're aware, aren't you? You might be blocking it with your language by saying it can never be possible versus shifting into a language that's like, how, not how, but what if? I'm going to get curious. I would love to have this experience in my life or something better. I want to give you a 4-step manifestation process today. So let's keep going on this topic, which is week 7 or day 7 in the 7-day, week 7 here of this elevate process. Remember, you are always co-creating. You're manifesting every moment. So now you get to be more conscious. Let's do a quick review of the 7 days, the 7 weeks that we focus on in the 50-day. Day 1, awareness. You're just now more aware. No judgment. Nope. no shaming anything of yourself. And we're not focusing on other people. It's not about becoming more aware of what other people are doing. No, you're already really good at that. It's looking at ourselves. And I find this as people go through this process, because I've been coaching this for over a year now. And a lot of people will come into our calls on Monday and say, oh, my husband does this, my partner does that, my boss. I was like, no, 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 this isn't about what other people is. It's nice that you can see those patterns. We want to see the patterns in you, because when you change the way you see the world around you changes. So, okay, awareness, language was day 2. Day 3 was identity. Be, do, have. Now that's a simple 3-step manifestation process. First, you be the identity of somebody that has the dream or desire. And then do is the action. You have to take action. Yes, I can sit here and manifest and visualize. And as I'm sitting in silence with my connection with divine, I'm going to get these little taps on my shoulder. Hey, East, call this person, go here. And I might say, why would I do that? Follow the gentle nudges. You're being guided, but you have to take action. That is the do. You have to do, and then ultimately you have. So it's the be, do, have. Week 4 was clearing out. You cannot bring a new car into your garage if you demand that the old one sits in there, right? So part of bringing something into reality is releasing what is conflicting, whether it's beliefs, a physical thing. So that clearing week is fun. It feels good to clear away things. And also, remember, nature abhors a vacuum. You clear away these things and you create a vacuum to bring in that thing that you're now consciously co-creating. That's week 4. Week 5 was expansion. It's saying, it's being grateful. Every day we're doing gratitude. You write down 5 things for which you're grateful. And when you are grateful for what you already have, God, source, the universe, divine intelligence just brings you more things for which to be grateful. So that is expansion, and to say, wow, I love everything that you've given me, and I would love to go beyond that and experience more in this lifetime. I believe in reincarnation. I do believe that you never will come back as the person you are right now. So in this sense, you have one chance at the identity, the human being that you are right now. I have one chance at East Phillips. This is it. I might come back in another life as a male, as another female, under a different set of circumstances. But this is my one chance at this lifetime. And it is not pre-written. I mean, maybe part of it is that's not what this topic is about. This is about you going for it, and also not limiting yourself by saying, I would love this or something better. I would love this by fill in the blank, be specific, by this time or sooner. Do you see how I'm starting to add some language and different caveats to my command and my desire that I'm putting out into the universe, instead of limiting myself and saying, I want just exactly this happened. See, it is The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. Tells the story. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. He had this dream and desire in his heart. He put it out there that he wanted millions of people to read it. And he started to pitch the book to different publishers. He got denied 38 times. How many of us would give up after 1, 2, 3? After 38 publishers saying, no, this book has no legs. Like, nobody's going to buy this book. He just kept saying no. He said, we're going to sell $1 million worth. He and his partners, they had this goal. We want to sell $1 million worth of this book, $1 million. They just kept thinking $1 million, $1 million. Well, a set of circumstances organized themselves, and they did end up self-publishing the book. They found an investor, and guess how much money they made that first year? Exactly $1 million. So Jack Canfield always tells the story, ooh, we limited ourselves. Make sure you say this much or more by this date or sooner. I love that. So all in that story also shows you that it's not always instant. As long as you stay the course, it will manifest. I promise you. You may be what feels like tested. It's not. It's preparation. It's a chance for you to really exercise trust and faith. And sometimes you can look for what I call signs or birds before land. And you will see that as you are co-creating, you put a request out into the universe to co-create it. And it's not fully here, but you'll start to see signs. And those signs or birds before land will look like your friends manifesting it. I remember when I was getting pregnant, I was coming up against a lot of growth opportunities. And a lot of my friends were getting pregnant. And it's easy for us to go like, and then focus our attention and energy on why them? Why not me? All that is birds before land. That is the divine intelligence showing you it's coming for you, or else you wouldn't have it in your experience. I sprinkled this in here. This is a deeper concept, but your external environment is simply your internal environment pushed out. That's why we do so much work on the inside. So week 4, we cleared. Week 5, we expanded. Yesterday, day 6 or week 6 is rewriting the stories. So important. The meaning that you're placing on things, the story that you're telling yourself and others. It's reflective of your energy level. If you wake up in a bad mood and like, and you feel like I'm going to go out there and infect the world with my bad mood, stop, reset yourself and do the 7 pillars of Elevate. This program elevates your energy and elevates your frequency so that you don't go out into the world and infect it with your lower energy, right? You do your gratitude. You sit in 10 minutes of silence. You go move your body. Just go walk for 30 minutes outside and look around at nature and taking that action and being in community and seeing the abundance out there. Strength train your body, do some walking lunges, push-ups against a wall, because that is going to strengthen your body and it's going to release the neurochemicals that will shift and alter that bad mood that you woke up in. Send some appreciation to somebody, send a note, find some, I'm sure there's somebody you can appreciate. It can be somebody that's close to you. It can be as simple as somebody that helped you, and send an email and just say, hey, just want to take a moment to thank you again. And this is why I appreciate you, and that's a deeper sense of appreciation. That's one of the 7 pillars. And then listen to some personal growth content versus getting on social media, comparing yourself to the world, and then just stewing in the negative feelings, which is just keeping you there. All of those things are priming you to raise your energy level, and then you're going to go out there and you'll be a frequential match for higher energy level experiences. You will manifest from a higher frequency. That's kind of what week 7 is all about in the 50-day book. So how are you doing? How has this week been from you? How do you feel differently? In the 50-day book and program, we have a pre-assessment. I am 30 years, 3 decades in medicine. So I love objective results. In here, we have an assessment. This is a pretty hefty deluxe workbook journal. We have a pre-assessment where it's 1-2 pages. You fill it out to kind of objectively measure where you are in your life. And then afterwards you go back and we see the actual changes, but you will see them in your life. It'll be reflected in people coming to you and saying, something's up. You seem more positive. What's going on? And you'll find some people want to bring you back down, right? Because your light, as you shine your light, other people might not like it. It makes them not feel so good about themselves. Don't dim your light. If you're feeling good this week and you're like out there and then people are, oh, you are awfully positive this morning. You say, yes, I am. Don't go, oh, sorry. Don't dim our lights for other people, because now they're infecting you. You're allowing it. And now could you imagine a life where everybody's like, dark clouds over their head? No, we get to be the way showers. Do you ever see the movie Moana? That's you. You are now the way shower. You're doing the work on yourself. You go out into the world and infect the world with your light. You can't find your light though if you don't go looking for it, if you don't consciously go into there and look at where you are consciously or unconsciously dimming your light and not being the best version of yourself. And I say the next best because we're always evolving. If you're not growing, what are you doing? If you're not evolving, and did you know that if a snake doesn't shed its skin, it dies? So you are constantly shedding your skin and becoming something new, which is exciting. Now you get to be a little more conscious about it. Now you get to get into the driver's seat and co-create the life of your dreams. There are experiences in your life waiting for you to step into them. This work gets you there. And manifestation is just so fun. Can you see I'm super excited about it? Okay. Now, if you're on the 7-day, fabulous. This 7 days is enough. Just keep repeating this. 7 days is a great start. Is it enough? It can be. Some people can get fabulous results and email me and say, East, I did it for 7 days and all these huge changes. Some of us, it depends on how much life experience, how much projection you have onto you, how much old programming you have. It may take a little longer. And let's say you have huge shifts in 7 days. Do you want to stop there? No, keep going, right? So this is the 7-day, after 7 days, day 7, which is manifestation. I love the reflection prompt. Remember, we're manifesting, right? So the manifestation process starts in your head. It's a visualization divinely dropped into your awareness. You're like, oh, that's an interesting desire. Oh, I like that. Then it drops down into your heart. Oh, yeah, that feels good. You start to visualize it. The first step to manifesting it, creating it on the 3D existence, is to write it down. So that's why you're journaling every day. So the prompt for today is, what's one desire you're calling in? Because you're, really think about it, be very clear, specific about it. Write it down in the present tense. Now, this comes from Neville Goddard, is to say, I'm so happy and grateful now that this is in my life. But it's not, East. Be, do, have. Hey, if you haven't tried this, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. You got to try it. Don't poo-poo it from the couch and say it'll never work. How do you know? You got to do it, and you have to do it consistently. So I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then write down, this is in my life. It's usually going to be money, relationships, or health, right? So what is it? How specific is it? And what feelings do you have as you sit and you visualize that thing has occurred? One of the techniques that I love is, let's say you want a new job and you visualize getting a new job. One of the manifestation techniques is to visualize the scene of you having gotten the job. So let's say if you do in fact get that job, you're going to meet your best friend or your partner for lunch, and you're going to tell them, I got the job, and you're both going to jump up and down. You visualize that. You visualize that end scene. It's called the scene of the wish fulfilled. And you visualize it like, oh my gosh, I got the job. I got the job. I got the job. And you focus on that, and that will pull it to you faster. And so that's a part of the visualization. It's trusting the process that it's on its way. And so part of it is to write it down in the present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that. That's a manifestation technique. And you can try that out today. There is a lot of reflection space in your 7-day download that you all have here. And even though today is the end of the 7-day, it doesn't have to be the end of this inner work and this inner journey to know thyself. These 7 pillars that make up the Elevate framework are so easy and simple to come back to every day. Moving your body for 30 minutes outside is easy. The challenge may come in you and your resistance to do something different and all the excuses that you make up for yourself. You can spend 30 minutes making up excuses why you can't or shouldn't, or you can spend 30 minutes actually out there doing it. Strength training, the same thing. Oh, I don't have a gym membership. Oh, I have bad knees, I have bad shoulders, like all of those things. Stop it. Is it true? Is it true? I can do push-ups against the wall. I can do little squats. I can go up and down from a chair. I can do some sit-ups. The 5 Tibetans are a great source of exercise. Tibetan monks have been doing these 5 kind of poses called the 5 Tibetans for years to strengthen their bodies and to do, it's a longevity practice, and they do them every day to stay healthy and fit. I have led a ton of people through the 5 Tibetans. In fact, my 80-year-old father has done the 5 Tibetans. I've had people that are very physically challenged do the 5 Tibetans. Very easy. So moving your body, gratitude costs you nothing to sit down and really focus on where you focus your energy everything will flow that way. You're going to create more of what you focus on. If you focus on what you're grateful, you're going to get more things for which to be grateful. So definitely doing your gratitude, definitely putting that gratitude out there, because we are all together. We're here together. We're not living solitary lives. So by putting that appreciation, this is a little bit of the secret sauce in this program. I've seen a lot of programs in my life, and I've not seen any of them include appreciation to other people. It's powerful, and you do it just one a day. Could you imagine? Could you imagine a world where everybody did this, or the majority of human beings? They took their attention from external and judging everybody else, and they brought it internal, and they said, I want to be the best version of myself. I'm going to reflect and see where I'm stubbing my own toes. I'm going to go in there and be more of a co-creator. I am going to raise my frequency so that I'm not out there infecting people with my bad mood. I'm going to take full responsibility for myself. And once a day, I'm going to give appreciation to somebody. Could you imagine a world like that? You're out and about and you're getting emails from somebody saying, thank you so much for helping. When somebody thanks you and expresses gratitude for something you did for them, what does that make you want to do? You know it, more. Those things like, wow, they're so appreciative. I'd love to give them more, do more for them. So these 7 things, they are very doable. And 50 days is the perfect container. I've done programs for 21 days. 21 days, after that, you can absolutely start a habit. The problem is, it doesn't always stay, it doesn't always last, or it doesn't always last to the same degree. When you do 50 days, it's lasting change. Like that habit is solid. Imagine if I walk across a field of high grass. I walk across it once, I walk across it twice. A little path is formed, but if I walk across it 50 times, I'm pretty sure there's a good path there. So every time you do this work, every day is like a rep. And it's all in the reps. It's all in the reps. It's not a one-time fix. It's not a one-time process. It's a lifelong process. You will continue to grow. And the thing I love about this program, which is kind of my legacy work, 3 decades of practitioner, of a healthcare practitioner, fitness, health and wellness coach, my mindset coach, lifestyle coach. It's all in here, is that you can always come back to it. It's a great foundational grounding spot to put yourself in this container for 50 days, work on yourself, and go back out into the world and go about your day. Some of these things you'll carry over. Perhaps you work out, now it's part of your norm that every day you exercise. And then let's say you drift, because we do. We drift off our assignment, our mission in life, and we just feel icky, or we don't feel good. You have a place to come back. You go, it's time for me to do another 7-day, or it's time for me to spend 50 days with me. I call it the mental gym. And this is always here for you to come back to get yourself recentered and realigned with why you're here. This is such great work. I really hope that you've enjoyed these 7 days. Manifestation, even though it's the 7th day or the 7th week in the 50-day process, remember, you are manifesting all the time. So if things are showing up that you don't particularly care for, don't get upset, get curious. Perhaps it is a delay that is a part of your preparation. You're getting prepared, birds before land. What story are you going to tell yourself in that delay? And your work is to stay the path. And oftentimes we having tools help us stay the path. That's this process. It's like, okay, I'm starting to drift. My thing isn't manifesting. I'm starting to get really upset. I'm getting very anxious about this. Okay, I'm going to put my focus right here and just stay in the discipline of this consistency, and you'll see it play out. Manifestation, if you can hold it in your head or your heart, you can hold it in your hand. I absolutely believe that. Where did you get these dreams or desires? What if God put those on your heart and your head, and you're co-creating with God? So you wouldn't be given a dream or desire if you're not also given the ability to manifest it. That's how it works. It wouldn't be there if you don't have the opportunity to manifest it. Don't focus on the how. Remember that. Uh, when you ask for bigger things, it may take some time. Setbacks are not setbacks. It's a setup for you to receive. Be, do, have. Here's the 4 steps. Let's talk about the 4 steps. Awareness is the first step, right? Becoming conscious of your dominant thoughts and feelings in where you might be neutralizing your co-creation, sabotaging it, stopping the process by not allowing the manifestation to come to you. Oh no, demanding that it has to be a certain way, it has to come a certain way, when the universe, God, is co-creating with you, going like, you asked for $1 million, here's $1 million, and you're demanding that it has to come from book sales of your magic and intuition, when I'm giving you $1 million from something else, right? I promise you, God, source, the universe, divine intelligence wants to give you even more than you're asking for. You get to receive. That's where we get to stretch ourselves to be open to receive. Second is co-creation, being very clear on what you want. Remember that analogy. It's used often. I want more money. Here's $1. I want more love in my life. What does that even mean? How will I know that you achieved more life? Well, it means that I have a partner that commits to me. I commit to them. We get married. Okay, now we're getting there. Very specific. The third part of manifestation is the mind, visualizing it, looking at the beliefs, and staying tethered to what you want, untethering from what you don't want, right? I want this. I don't want this. Oh my gosh, I'm waking up and I'm still over here. You get to practice and work out your mind and redirect it to what you want. Focus on what you want. Talk about what you want versus, can you believe it? I've been asking for $1 million and I still look at my checkbook every day and I don't have it in my bank account. Yep, you're keeping yourself stuck. Instead, we go in and say, "Oh, it's coming. I know it. I just read an article about somebody who won the lottery. That's birds before land. Oh, I'm manifesting my money. I'm getting in the best shape of my life. I'm getting to be the healthiest. My true love is on the way. I can just feel it." That's what we are speaking out into the world versus staying tethered to what we don't necessarily want and projecting that back out. And then the fourth one, my friends, taking action. You got to take action. You're going to have to take some action, right? God, source, divine intelligence will meet you halfway. You have to take action. You're getting these nudges, like you're getting, I got this weird feeling like I want to go to the bookstore. Go to the bookstore. See what happens. You'll see like it all is coming for you. It is all coming for you. I want to go back and I want to end with this and see if you can receive this. This is part of manifestation. Like I said, we often block our own abundance with our inability to receive. Can you receive this? You are so loved. Are you aware of what happens in your body when I say that? How do you receive that? Do you say, "Yeah, I know, thank you. It feels so good." Or do you like, "No, I'm not. I'm not getting what I want," right? Feel that. You are so loved. God, source, universe, your higher self, the infinite intelligence that you're sending your wishes out to wants to give it to you, is trying to give it to you, is sending it to you. It's on its way. It's maybe even already here. Can you receive that? Open yourself to receive. This is the end of our 7 days together. Doesn't have to be. We can continue working together with the 50-day. If you've done the 7-day and you're ready to extend this and expand yourself into an even more experience of what's possible, this really is all about possibilities. That's why I put the sun on the new cover. It's just like every day the sun comes up and you have a brand new day to create a day. It's a brand new day today. My sun's coming up right now. Sunset, sunrise. And anything is possible, right? We sleep, we wake up, we have a brand new day. Anything is possible. What do you want to create? Put yourself into the 50-day container to start, continue creating, but creating from a more conscious level. You can do this digitally, and I have a live version where we meet once a week and go through the process together. It's community. You get to hear stories. You get more support that way. The digital program, the 50-day Elevate digital program, you have for life. You get it once, and you can do the program whenever you want, how as often as you want. You'll have lifetime access to this program. You can level up at any time. I'm sending you so much love as a brother and sister on this planet, in this existence. I speak often on stages, and I often, in many of my talks, I open with, hey, where are you from? And people will say, Boston, San Diego, California. Are you? No, you're not. You're not from those places. And everyone's like, yeah, I am East. I grew up in Guatemala. Yeah, you might have grown up there, but that's not where you're from. Where are you from? We're all from the same place. We're all from the same place. If you think about it, we came from, people call it heaven, the field. None of us really know. We think we know. We came from this place. We dropped down into Boston, San Diego, California, Guatemala. We dropped in. We all came from the same place, and we're all going back to the same place. As Ram Dass says, we're all walking each other home. So be kind to each other, love each other, remove our judgment from one another. The thing that we have full control over is how we respond to situations in our life versus react, and how we go out into the world in the light that we shine or don't shine out into the world. You have full control over that. You have full control over the stories, the meaning you place on the circumstances in your life. Is life happening to you or for you? Is this seeming setback a setup? Ooh, yeah, it's getting tough. This is challenging me. This is a great opportunity. I am getting stronger in this. This is tough. It's usually toughest right before the biggest breakthrough. So keep going and keep moving towards a full open belief and receiving of how loved you are, and how God, source, divine intelligence is giving you everything that you're asking for. I'm sending you so much love. And until we see each other again, bye for now. I also like to say, it's the last page of the 50-day. Keep shining your light. The world needs it.